YouTube, what's good? If you tapped in, you already know who I am. If not, my name is Caleb Jurel. The world needs you. I don't know if you know it or not, but the world needs you. The world needs whatever creativity you have, whatever mindset that you have, whatever possibility that you have in changing the world and inspiring the world. You feel me? You have to recognize that each and every individual is different for a reason. You feel me? If you walk into a library, you recognize that every book isn't the same. You have different sections, you have different genres, you have different lengths of the book. Some stories are short, some stories are long, and that's how you have to recognize life is like. Each individual has their own journey, each individual has their own story. But it's up to you to open the book. It's up to you to allow other people to have access to the book. That's why I recognize that it's important for everybody in today's age to be able to step out and do whatever it is that they want to do. You feel me? But you have to wake up to recognize that sometimes there's things in life and in this world that hinder you from even opening your story, from even trying to open your book. You feel me? Sometimes a lot of us are tied to too many responsibilities. Things that don't allow us to open our book, things that don't allow us to open our story and allow others to get insight on where we came from, the things that we go through in life, the things that we have to do, the things that made us become who we are. You feel me? So sometimes we have a lot of responsibilities from the jump. Some of y'all have kids early, you feel me? Some of y'all make decisions that hindered you in life, you feel me? Maybe you got locked up, maybe whatever circumstance that happened that took time away from you. And you recognize that over time that something was taken away from you, something was taken away from you. Things that hindered you from having a certain story, having a certain lifestyle. And the biggest thing sometimes is holding us back is us. It's us not wanting to be better. Us not being inspired by other people. Us not being to a point to where we can inspire others to want to be better. But that's what it's about. Wanting to be better each day and every day. Allow somebody to open your story. Allow somebody to open your book. And see the chapters that you went through of life. Allow somebody to step into your world for a little bit. Same thing with having a girl, you feel me? Things should already be open in your story. Things should already be seen from your story. You feel me? But when somebody comes along in your life, they're supposed to add to it. They're supposed to help and be a part of something. But if they can't be a part of something that you got going on because you don't have anything, why would somebody want to stay in your life? Why would somebody want to be around? What do they have to help? You feel me? So you have to recognize that you're needed in this world for something. But it's up to you to open your book and figure out what it is that you need it for. It's up to you to open your book and figure out what do you want to do in life? Who do you want to be in life? Me personally, I was somebody that always had examples that I didn't want to be like in my life. And what did I do? At 15 and 16, I'm seeing certain decisions that people in my family are making. I'm seeing certain people go through certain paths and down roads that I don't want to go down. And I'm like, nah, I can't be like that. But that's how my mindset was. My mindset has always been, I gotta be different. And you have to be different to do different things to get different results. You have to do different things to get different results. But it's more to life than just the level that you live on right now. Some of y'all in certain situations and environments that you don't want to be around and you're not pleased with. And you just staying there, you're not changing anything. You're not switching up the things that you're doing each day. You're not switching up the things that you're consuming each day. But guess what you are doing? You're complaining about it. You're complaining that you're overweight. You're complaining that you don't like where you're at in life. You're complaining that you don't got enough money to do this and that. You're complaining that you can't get out of your city. But what allows you to do that? When you start to switch your mindset, when you start to recognize that I can do better, I can be better, I can go places, I can achieve things, I can inspire others. You know, a lot of us, we got siblings, or you might have kids, or whatever it is that you got. Inspire them. Because what you recognize is we don't really have too many people that we can walk around each day and be like, that's the person that inspires me. A lot of those people are people we may not ever see in this world. People we may not ever come across. People that they may not ever come across. So be that person for your people. Be that person for your community. Be that person for wherever it is that you are located. But you need it. It's more to life than just going to work and coming home. But if you want more, you gotta produce more. You can't just be complaining all the time, sad and depressed. You feel me? Those are things that are just accepted. But you can do things to change that. But it starts with your mindset. You have to change your mindset to change how you feel about yourself. All of those things, stress, depression, anxiety, come from things that you can't control. Worrying about things that you can't control. Thinking about things that you can't control. But what can you control? You can control the effort that you put out in the world. The things that you produce and put out in the world. You can control the consistency and the discipline. But you're needed for something. You know, it's a lot of us where I see when I look out, a lot of us are dying from whether it's crime from other people of our race or different things like that, or, you know, dying from suicide and different things like that. And it's because it's a certain level that you have to be on to even come across those circumstances. Granted, it's some tragic stuff that just happened. People didn't have nothing to do with that. I get that. And that's sad that that happened to them. But a lot of things that we go through are from decisions that we're making. Decisions that we allow to take control of our life. You're making the same decisions and getting the same outcome. You know, it's a song called Malcolm by G Herbo. He talks about how this one kid basically grows up and becomes a product of his environment. And he talks about how it's the same story, different kid, same apartments. But your story can be different. When I hear this song, it makes me think about how you have to go against the grain in life if you want different results. But in that song, you recognize that each person is going the same path. Each person is taking the same steps and going through the same things, having the same results. And it gets to a point to where you see it so much and either you become that or you get tired of it and you do something different about it. So which one are you going to do? You have to understand that you're needed. You have a purpose. There's a reason you're here. It's people you're supposed to inspire. It's people you're supposed to talk to. It's people you're supposed to come across. You can leave an inheritance. You can leave something better for the person behind you. A good man leaves an inheritance to his children. What you gonna leave for the people behind you? The same path? I don't know about y'all, but I'm making a new path. I'm carving a new path. I'm starting new footprints. Why do I believe that? Because of my mindset. My mindset had to change. You're gonna be different. It's easy to stay the same. It's hard to be different. It's hard to go against the grain. feel me? So you have to recognize that just because everybody else do things the same doesn't mean that you have to follow that same path. If the defense is overloading on the right, why are we going to continue to run to the right? Boom, I see they overloading to the right, I'm going to counter it. I'm going to call a quick hitch. A screen, something to get the ball out fast so that I can have a different result, a different outcome, give myself a different opportunity. But if I keep overloading to the right and I keep going to the same way, guess what? They're shutting all that down. We making it easier for them. Why? Because we making it to where you don't have to put in the work. That's all it is. People don't want to put in the work, but they want different outcomes. Sometimes you gotta switch stuff up. Can't keep doing the same thing every time. Can't keep making the same decisions every time. And for some people, you gotta keep going that way to knock your head sometimes. And then switch it up. When we watch film, we know we gotta switch it up. We see what the defense is doing. So if you already peep what they're doing, what are we doing? We learning from somebody else's mistakes. We learning from somebody else's circumstances, situations. We learning from their outcome. If I'm sitting and I'm watching film and I see that they did this, why would I continue to do the same thing and if it didn't work for them? But if I see it work for them, I'm gonna take that path. I'm gonna make that same decision. I'm gonna try what they did and see if it works. Same thing with life. You got OGs and different people that come into your life and they'll tell you, hey, do this and do that. Or they'll tell you, don't do this and don't do that. Some of y'all be to a point to where y'all don't listen and y'all gotta bump y'all head. Be that person that you can learn from their mistakes. Be that person you can learn from somebody else going through, from somebody else bumping their head. And what does that do? Sometimes that'll speed up your process. That'll speed up your results. Because when you listen to somebody else and what they went through, why they went through it, how they went through it, if you don't gotta go through it, don't go through it. Don't make the same decision. And that'll help you excel in life. But at the end of the day, you gotta recognize, before you even do all of that, before you even get that mindset, you have to understand that you have a purpose in life. You have to understand that there's a reason you're here. You have to understand that there's more to life than where you are right now. Whatever situation you're in right now, whatever cards you have dealt right now, you can get out of those circumstances. But you gotta change your mindset. You gotta change your circumstance. You gotta change what you're seeing, what you're listening to. You gotta wanna grow in life. And anything that you wanna grow, you gotta feed it.